Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Minnetonka. Good morning, Norwood, Young America. Good morning, Hibbing. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Dairy Queen's Employee of the Month, Hot Eats, Cool Treats. It's Kendall Mark.
Hello. Okay, hot take.
What?
Go. What's your favorite Blizzard?
Snickers without a lot of chocolate. Like, don't they add like a pump or like fudge? I just want the Snickers blended and just a touch of fudge.
Traditional.
Yeah. Yours?
Cookie dough.
Cookie. Oh,
also
please.
Traditional.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take that any time of the day. I love cookie dough. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm recovered from the weekend.
You
I
look
feel
great.
good.
Yeah. You're matching the set. You know I love that.
Matching.
Yeah,
set.
you match it.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Very busy. Worked a lot. Saw Kendall. Came to my 8th job with the family. It was nice to see you. And yeah, it was. It kind of went by like that. And then the Oscars happened. Went to bed around 11. Was so
You
amped
stayed up
up
that long?
I stayed up through the whole. I knew. I took a little nap around 5. I got home from the other job and then fell asleep, and then woke up at around 6, just in time to see that awful pre-show from ABC. Which, can we just take that out back and just put it
out of
down?
its misery.
Put it out of its misery. That thing is just. We just need. Those pre-shows should have died with Joan Rivers.
Yes.
Seriously,
I had to
we
think
don't
about
need
that.
it. We don't need it. And I'm just going to tell you, and I'm going to get to the whole broadcast a little bit later. But obviously, ABC and the producers watched the Jason Show because they did listen to my recommendation that I've been screaming about for years to reunite legendary casts as presenters. So Jeff has submitted an invoice. We're going to be billing them for that.
Oh, thank God we can add more researchers.
And now, thank you. And now I have another idea that's Jeff's idea, but we're going to bill them. Here's the idea. Start the damn thing at 5:30, just like the Super Bowl. Why are you starting this at 7 o'clock? Start it at 5:30. Do a little if you must do a red carpet show, do it and then start it at 6. But I would say do a red carpet show from 5 to 5:30. Then you start it at 5 to 5:30. Then the Oscars start at 5:30. You know why, ABC? You know why you should do this? Because just like the Super Bowl is used to launch a new show, you put a show on after the Oscars. The most coveted time slot in television is the time slot right after the Super Bowl. But now the Oscars are at 7. You can't put another show on because it ends at midnight. I promised myself I wasn't. I got myself worked up on the radio show. I promised I wouldn't scream for a little while. But anyway,
3 minutes in.
That gets us. Should we start? Let's start. Roll it, not Leo. Steve today. There we go. Leo's. No. He's in a retreat or something. He's joined a folk band or something. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, this morning, it's all about the slap at the Oscars. Will Smith won the Oscar for Best Actor, but it's what happened 40 minutes before that stunned everyone. You've seen it, but we're going to look at it again and then discuss. Look.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
So if you continue watching, and if you go on Twitter, I posted on mine, you can see the unedited, the uncensored. It was uncensored in Japan and Australia. I did watch it. Chris said, Will Smith just smacked the S out of me. Will Smith, and then you can see Chris physically changing because he heard Will say, keep my wife's name out of your blanking mouth. People thought it was a bit. I still see people, conspiracy theorists, saying it's a bit. It is not a bit. And you can see Chris kind of changing. His face, if you look at Chris when Will starts yelling from his seat, you see Chris's body language change, which signified to me that that it wasn't a bit. Here's the deal. There's a lot of things to say. This is layered. First and foremost, I think there's a lot of pain going on when I watch that. And also, the joke, two things can exist at the same time. The joke can be incredibly insensitive. Because as we now know, I didn't know this. There's probably a portion of the audience that didn't know this. Maybe Chris didn't know it. Jada suffers from alopecia. She's been very open about it for years. Two things can exist at the same time. The joke can be not funny, and it wasn't funny, and it can be insensitive, but at the same time, you can also feel like assault wasn't the answer. You cannot like the joke, but also feel, as I do, that that's never the answer because of the precedent that it sets. Because we're in a time now, sadly, where that type of exchange is not a rare occurrence. We are existing in an era where if someone doesn't like the rules on an airplane, they beat the hell out of a flight attendant. If they aren't allowed to get a special at a drive-through, they reach through their window and slap the drive-through attendant. If they don't like a comedian's jokes, they get on stage and assault them. I just don't think assault is ever the answer, because by doing that, I believe Will lost an opportunity to shine light on why the joke was offensive, on why that was hurtful. Because a narrative that I'm not seeing in my kind of Twitter sphere is this. It is probably, and I don't want to assume why it was painful for Jada, other than the obvious. That's why we don't do a lot of appearance. You don't make fun of people's appearance. But I was lucky enough to have a lot growing up, a lot of strong black women as my friends. And what I'm not seeing in my Twitter sphere is, you just don't, let me put it plainly, you don't talk about a black woman's hair. And it is very hurtful. Black hair has been made as a joke for years. And it's probably a very tough thing for Jada. And Chris kind of should know better. He made a documentary about black hair. All three of the things that I just laid out can all be true. I don't think assault is ever the answer because of the precedent that it sets. I don't like everything that comedians say. I got to tell you, somebody reminded me, a Jason Show viewer, I was at a Lisa Lampanelli show at Mystic Lake about 10 years ago. And I was sitting in the front row, and Lisa called me out. Revealed that I was gay, which, surprise. And I was with someone that I should not have been with. And it was humiliating. So I say that story because I get it. I've been, at the same time that my black friends were getting made fun of for their hair, I was getting, I want to cuss here, but I don't want to be Chris Rock. I was getting the crap beat out of me because I was gay. So I get that jokes are painful, and they can be just as painful as a slap. I just don't think that assault is ever the answer. I just do not. Because we don't want to be in a situation where people are just walking up on stages slapping the hell out of people because they don't like jokes. That scares me. And also, what Will did took focus not only away from his achievement, but it also shifted focus away from a night of historic firsts. That's also what's sad to me. A lot of people worked really hard on that evening. And now you know what the headline is? Look what we just did. The headline is Will Smith. On every newscast this morning, it was Will Smith. It wasn't the cast of Coda winning big, the film featuring a predominantly deaf cast, becoming the first streaming film to win Best Picture. Troy Kutzer, we should be celebrating him. He became the second deaf actor to win an Oscar. I should be starting this show with that. That's what I should be starting with. Let's look at his moment right now.
I just wanted to say that this is dedicated to the deaf community, the CODA community, and the disabled community. This is our moment.
Another great moment that this should be Lady Gaga being so graceful, helping out legend Liza Minnelli. Just a really wonderful moment. Another great first that we should be leading with, leading is a news term here. Ariana DeBose winning Best Supporting Actress for West Side Story. She becomes the first openly queer woman of color to win in that category. Again, there's 3 or 4 things about the Will Smith story that bothers me. And that's another one. We should be celebrating Jane Campion, only the 3rd woman to win Best Director. All of these, great hosting by the 3. But it was all overshadowed, and I just think there were some missed opportunities. We'll have much more on this coming up. Stay right there. We'll be back right after this.
Coming up next, SNL's Michael Che makes a big and impromptu announcement about his future with the show. Right here at a gig in Minneapolis. We'll have details. Then, spring is springing. It hasn't sprung yet, but we are ready because the Gadget Guy is back with the must-have gizmos for the season. And what's on your mind this week? Well, we're going to find out because we're opening up the Jason Show mailbag. That and more when we come back.
Welcome back. Glad you're here this morning. Hope you're having a good start to the week. It's the end of March. April's almost here, Kendall.
Thank you, Lord.
I know.
Warmth.
The garden tools are out at Target. That's always the sure sign of spring. Eric brings out his woodland creature puppets, another good sign.
Good sign of spring.
There's one on the camera right now. Welcome back. There were a lot of, as I mentioned earlier, there were a lot of actually great performances last night at the Oscars. We put together a little montage. Look.
Ain't nobody like it if they try. This is hustle personified. Look how we've been fighting to stay alive. So when we win, we all have pride. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Can unite. It's finally Oscars night. That I'd fallen for a lie. You were never on my side. Fool me once, fool me twice. Are you dead in paradise?
There's your song montage, everyone. Billie Eilish, by the way, went on to win Best Song for No Time to Die. Hold on just a second. I'm checking in. Ted, can we see, is Kevin Costner still talking? I just want to check in. Is he still presenting? He is still talking. We just got confirmation. I've been checking all morning.
Thank you, Ted.
He just went on and on and on and on and on and on. You know, on Mondays we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Please give it up for Brad from TMZ. Hi, Brad.
Good morning, Jason. Busy Monday.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very slow news day, I'm assuming, over there at the TMZ, Brad.
You know, it's pretty crazy, especially with last night. And you know, Jason, I thought the Oscars got a lot of things right this year. I thought they had good diversity. The hosts were fantastic, and it's really kind of been overshadowed by this Will Smith thing because that has dominated this award show.
I was going to say, I have a lot to say on just the production of the telecast. We'll talk about that later. What do you guys know? I mean, we've slept on it now. Parties have been had. What do you guys know?
Well, the big question, of course, was we witnessed an assault on TV. No matter how you say it, whether you think it was justified or not, that was an assault. So the LAPD actually put out a statement last night saying, hey, look, we're more than aware of this incident. At this time, there's no action being taken because Chris Rock has not decided to make a report. It's kind of interesting that they need a report for this because, look, you see on video what happened, but at least as far as the LAPD is concerned, they're waiting until an actual report is filed. Now, if I had to put my money on that, I doubt that Chris is going to do so. But we really haven't heard anything from him or Will. We know Will went out and partied with his family at the Vanity Fair party, celebrated his Oscar. He was singing some of his own songs at the Vanity Fair party. So whether or not it kind of hit him exactly the magnitude of what he had done, or if he just thinks it was justified, remains to be seen.
Brad, you guys haven't seen Chris Rock. Was he anywhere to be seen? I mean, from your photographers afterwards?
Not at a single party. We haven't gotten word that he went out anywhere, Jason, and we haven't seen him anywhere yet.
Okay. Now this is sad. This is just awful in the world of music. The drummer from Foo Fighters died. What do we know today?
I mean, it was shocking because if you know Foo Fighters, you know Dave Grohl and you know their drummer Taylor Hawkins. And Taylor's only 50 years old and died over the weekend in Colombia. We got a little more information on this Saturday. And what Colombian authorities are saying is they did a toxicology urine test, which you can usually get the results right away on these. And they say there were over 10 substances in his system, including opioids. So Taylor has been very open about his struggles in the past. He survived an overdose back in 2001. But look, it's just tragic no matter how you look at this thing.
Absolutely. Brad, have a good week, my friend. I appreciate it.
You too. Thanks, Jason.
That's right. Next in the dish. Now, we're going back to Oscars for just a second. One of the things I was most curious about heading into the night, how would the three hosts do? Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall. They shared the duties, and they kicked things off with their monologue. Let's look at this.
This year, the Academy hired 3 women to host because it's cheaper than hiring one man.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, you're right. But I'm still excited to be hosting, representing Black women who are standing proud.
Yes, and living out loud.
Yes. And I am representing unbearable white women who call the cops when you get a little too loud. Okay.
You know, we've been dealing with COVID for 2 years. It's been really hard on people.
Yeah, I mean, just look at Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, God. What
happened? I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I'll just say this.
You hear me?
Overall, I thought the they were still there. The moving the 8 categories to pre-taped and inserting them, I think, was flawless and respectful. If you were Betty from Anoka and not a lot had been made of it, you wouldn't have known. Mm-hmm. Number 2, the only thing that I focused on that I told to Jeff, I said, I didn't like the set. The fact that it was basically on the floor, and they were sitting there in Lazy Boys from like Schneiderman's. You know what I mean? It's like Home Furniture and Becker Furniture World and Slumberland. I mean, you know, they were sitting in hot tubs, and the stage. There's something regal and kind of majestic about ascending up those stairs and looking out over the audience. And the fact that it was one level, it looked like the COVID year show where they did it at a Denny's. You know what I mean? It was like. It was very claustrophobic, and it made unnecessarily the broadcast seem small. I didn't like that. The grandeur was missing. Mm-hmm. And you probably didn't think about it, but subconsciously.
Right. May have noticed that you missed those moments of like, oh, they're walking up the stairs.
And what were those voting? What were the fan favorite? What was that crap?
We like to interact.
No. You're picking, what was it, Dawn of the Dead, and then The Flash is the #1 cheer-worthy moment?
Huh?
Who did they go to some random elementary school in Idaho? I was so confused by those. Get rid of those. We don't need that crap. Everything else kind of worked. It's streamlined because don't be fooled. I know Phil Jones, our unpaid researcher. This is Phil. Well, they removed those categories, but the still was long. Don't be fooled, friends. Don't be fooled. They didn't remove the categories to shorten the show. They removed them to make, hopefully, the show more entertaining. That's why.
Moving along.
That was my favorite Phil imitation. Hi, Jason. Next in the dish, Weekend Update co-anchor Michael Che was in Minneapolis over the weekend. He popped up on a show. I mean, just like he walked into a coffee shop, he was like, hey, I'm going to drop some big news. He told the crowd this is his last year on Weekend Update. Yeah. He's been on the update desk since 2014, and in 2017, he became the first black co-head writer. It's unclear if he's going to remain on SNL at all beyond this year. I mean, that's a good tenure on that.
It is. And for him to stay on the show but not do Weekend Update, sure, but I don't think he would.
No.
Because that's like the creme de la creme. Once you get that position, you don't really go down and then want to stay.
Ted, do we have our next guest, or can I say something? I didn't mean to cut you off here. Ted, are we good? Do I need? Okay. Anyway, that Michael Che appearing here in Minneapolis continues a long tradition, and it's another reason we have. We're second to New York in theater seats per capita. It's a great thing to be proud of. We have a great art scene. Comedy-wise, a lot of comedians come to Minneapolis to try out new material. The late great Robin Williams, right before he passed, within a couple years, Miss Shannon told me he used to pop up at Acme.
He used to come to Acme?
Yeah, to try out new material.
Can you imagine?
Oh, Kendall, right?
Can you imagine? You're like, is that Robin Williams?
Who is that? Yeah. Again, I didn't mean to cut you off there, sweetie. I apologize for that. Our next guest hosts a new cooking show on TBS that feature 6 new chefs vying for money. But there's one catch. One of them is a rat trying to sabotage everything. Look.
Welcome, chefs, to a culinary whodunit.
This March, every week, 6 new cooks compete. Except one chef is secretly trying to sabotage them all
Holy cow, the sauce was like salt water.
and steal the prize for themselves.
Gross.
Disgusting.
What is happening right now? I must have been sabotaged.
We don't know who's who.
I use care. I get chest pain. Don't trust anybody.
So who do you think the rat is?
I don't know what's going on, seriously.
I'm gonna keep my eye on everyone. You done messing with that?
Not doing anything sneaky.
I'm starting to think you the rat.
Who will be sabotaged?
No fish sauce.
Will the cooks come out on top?
The steak was very good.
Or will the rat bring them all down?
Will the rat bring them all down? That's a great teaser line right there. That's Rat in the Kitchen, debuts Thursday night on TBS. Please welcome Natasha Leggero and celebrity chef, Chef Ludo. Hi, guys.
Hello, guys.
Hello. Okay, Natasha, we're wondering, how do the rats, give me an example of the saboteur, the sabotage. Give me one example of how the rats do this.
Well, first I'll teach you how to say it, saboteur.
Oh, I know. I'm joking. Yeah.
And one example. Hey, I just learned from doing this show, so you know. There's a lot of ways. I think the most effective way is to really bring people and the other chefs into your fold and have them trust you completely. That's kind of the hidden secret for the rat, because once they win your trust, the other chefs kind of let you be in charge and do whatever you want. So people can either put too much of something in the dish, they can not cook it completely, they can plate it poorly, they can add tons of salt, they can turn off the heat, they can serve you raw shrimp. I mean, I don't want to give everything away. So,
absolutely.
But there's definitely a lot of ways.
Chef, other than finding the rat, they also have to impress you. And I know every chef has things that just drive them a little crazy. What is an irritant as a chef? What drives you nuts about not just the contestants, but food in general? What's something that folks do that just a little habit that drives you nuts?
I mean, something would drive me nuts is when people use like too much truffle oil. I don't like truffle oil in food. I don't like that. Well, you know, the oil, the truffle oil, black truffle oil, white truffle oil, I don't like it. Not at all. And I don't like too much too also fish sauce on the food.
Well, that was something, yes. So we did have one particular person who was just putting fish sauce in everything.
On everything. On the dessert too, with some dessert with fish sauce.
Really, Natasha? In everything?
Amazing, amazing.
That's crazy.
Yes, the guy was nuts with fish sauce. Seriously, yes.
I mean, I like fish sauce, but not in a dessert.
No.
Not as a dessert.
Oh, disgusting. Well, I can't wait. The whole crew, I can't wait to watch this. Thank you so much, and we'll be watching on Thursday night. Chef, Natasha, thank you.
Thank you.
Rat in the Kitchen debuts on TBS on Thursday night. I think, we had a long delay with poor Natasha. Oh, well, that happens with satellite. Oh, the era of Zoom.
Oh.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Welcome back. Well, we're almost out of the winter spell, and soon we can go outside and enjoy our backyards once again. Joining us with the latest in backyard gadgets, the host, and I'm going to read this, I have to legally say this, the wildly popular YouTube game show, What the Heck Is That? Ladies and gentlemen, you love him, and so do I, the gadget guy, Steve Greenberg. Wildly successful.
That's the word I'm using, at least. Yeah, wildly successful.
Steve, by the way, that tease knocked out your camera. You guys hit something on your end. All we see is your beautiful profile picture.
Oh my gosh! Hold on.
Okay.
Don't you just love technology.
I love the irony's not lost on me that the gadget guy isn't working his gadget.
No, well,
This is my favorite moment of the day.
oh my God! Hold on. Worked great up until a minute ago. It was working great.
It's all right. It's a great publicity photo, Steve. Where did you get that done?
Oh, a friend took it at a brunch. Believe it or not.
Oh, really? It looks like a
Yeah.
JCPenney portrait studio picture. It's fantastic.
It could have been that, but no, it was a friend at a brunch with an iPhone. Hold on here. I'm still trying to figure out why we don't see it. I see it here perfectly, but and it looked great in the commercial.
No, you did. You look great now. I mean, this is fantastic.
Oh, don't you love technology? Don't you just love this, ladies and gentlemen?
I just
Couldn't
said
be
it.
better.
This is the great thing about the era of Zoom. Are you in Florida?
I am in New York right now.
Oh, okay.
I
was going to
trying to
blame
see what I
Florida. We got you, Steve.
There we go.
There's a fire, Steve. Steve, there's a flame. Steve, run
I'll
for
put
your
the fire
life.
out later.
Yeah. Oh, God. Did you guys see the fire at Steve's house? Okay. Let's start
In
with.
honor of the Oscars, I started with an Emmy. That's all. I know we're low on time now.
No, we're fine. No, we're not. We're never low on time for you. Let's start with mosquito repellent.
Right over here. Okay, this is actually New York Times Wirecutter named a list the best way to control mosquitoes in your backyard. This is called the Thermacell's E55 mosquito repellent. The way it works, you charge it up, and then you open this up. It has these refillable little cartridges that go in like that. You put the top on it like that, push the button, and you get this 20-foot zone of protection. No mosquitoes. There's no spray. There's no smell. It's not citronella. It's not bad for you. And it really does work. Like I said, New York Times Wirecutter rated this #1. So a great way to control those mosquitoes in the backyard. We know how they can ruin an afternoon.
Especially here in Minnesota, it's real bad. I love that.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. Next, you want a beautiful patio. This stuff is really made. This is called TimberTech, and this is man-made, engineered wood. It has the look and feel of wood for the most part, but no sanding, no staining, none of that work. It doesn't fade, it doesn't crack, doesn't chip. What's really great is not only is it convenient, but it's great for the environment. All of these old things that we throw out, these plastic bags, they get ground up into this stuff, and then power wires and that, and ultimately turns into this before it becomes this wood. So you're
What?
not only making a more convenient product for your backyard, but you're also doing something good for the planet as well.
That is some Jetson stuff right there.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, next, to decorate your, this is from Hammacher Schlemmer, and this is a solar deck post lamp. It can go on a 4 inch by 4 inch post, or a 6 inch by 6 inch post. You put it on top, it absorbs the solar sunlight all day long. When the sun goes down, the light comes on, and it really does add a great accent to your decking or backyard or anywhere.
That's really
Next,
nice,
for someone who has-
Steve. That's really nice. I like those.
They're beautiful, and they're reasonably priced. Hammacher Schlemmer sets of 2 is how they sell them, which is pretty nice. as
Steve,
well.
you're Steve. Is that the fire pit? You're scaring me with the fire pit back there.
Okay, we're coming up to the fire pit.
Okay.
This is Bright. You might see these on some restaurant tables. They used to be like $100-something. They've now come down to under 30, and it has a touch sensor on, so you can up it. You charge it up. You can keep it plugged in, or you can charge it up. And this is great because it lights the table. It doesn't put light in your eyes. And this is great for a terrace or for a backyard. I have one of these that I use all the time. I'm crazy about it, from Bright, available on Amazon. Let's get to the fire. This is the Colson fire pit. Now, if you don't want to put a fire pit into your backyard, this is a way to create kind of the ambience of it. Add some drama to your table. As you notice, you can't help but notice it. But you can also use it for fun things, too. You can roast up some marshmallows, which I'm going to do right now. So you can make some s'mores. And indoor, outdoor, from the folks at Colson. And let me see how this tastes. It's really good. I just made a great roasted marshmallow. Colson makes it. And also, when you want to clean up, it's pretty easy to clean up, too. So,
Steve,
I
just love you so much. You always deliver.
I love you too. I love you too. You know that.
I know.
We have more, don't we?
We do. We're going to play a game based on Steve's wildly popular show when we return to our show right after this. Back in a moment. Oh. Welcome back. My buddy joins me. And we're back with my other buddy, Brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. The Gadget Guy's here. Now, by popular demand, now, I don't know, I'm just reading that. I don't know how the demand is. But by popular demand, it's time to play another rousing game of What the Heck Is That? That's right.
What the heck is that? Welcome to What the Heck Is That? The new Gadget game show.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Steve's official opening title sequence. Take it away, Steve.
Okay, so the whole idea behind this game is I show you a mystery gadget, and then you in the studio try to guess what it is by asking some yes or no questions to see if we can figure it out. So here's our first mystery gadget. I'm going to bring it up so you can see it. It lights up. It looks like it's not Harry Potter's wand.
Okay.
Does it also
But it does go on.
repel?
Wait, Kendall, wait until the demonstration is completely over.
There we go. Okay, go ahead.
Ladies-
Kendall, what's your first question?
Ladies first, my love.
Does it help repel bugs?
No, this does not help repel bugs, but good question. Jason?
Is it used in the bedroom?
Oh, no, it could be though, but no, it's not designed
Oh,
for
it
that.
could be.
I don't know what he was
And
thinking.
don't act like y'all weren't thinking it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Kendall?
Kendall?
Clean it up. Take the high road. here.
Does it help heat anything or disinfect anything?
Nope, it's not a UV light, and it doesn't get warm. It's actually pretty cool. Do you want me to throw the cards over and tell you what it is?
Please reveal the item.
Okay, here's how it's used. It is a decorative light feature for, again, an outdoor table or something. You put it into the bottle, any wine bottle you have or a water bottle, it lights it up. It has 2 different gradients of light, and it gives you that ambience that you want when you're outdoor eating in a little like a cafe.
Oh my God. Okay, 2 things, Steve. A, I will say that could be used in the bedroom. I'm just going to say. And number 2.
Oh, I said it could be. It wasn't
Okay.
intended for that, but it could be used for that. Sure.
And number 2, Chardonnay Connie over here just revealed she has one of these things.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Of course you do,
surprised.
Winery Wendy.
Oh, how did I not know?
How did you? Is that what Jordan got you for your birthday?
Yes, that was it.
Okay, oh, that's right. He didn't get her anything for her birthday. Okay, what's next, Steve?
He didn't spend a lot. Okay, what is this? Besides being a great fashion statement, what the heck is this?
Dr. Zhivago head warmer.
It does seem like that. No, it's not a Dr. Zhivago head warmer.
Oh, is it the hat from Home Alone?
No, it's not.
Can you
But
turn?
a good guess.
Okay, turn around, Steve. I want to see the back of it.
Oh, I hope it doesn't give the name away back there.
No, don't. Just cover. Kendall, go ahead. What?
Oh, can you cool it? Is it like for if you have a migraine?
Bing, 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 bing. We got a winner right here. It is the headache hat. There we go. It's a mom and pop invention, and exactly as you described it, you put it in the freezer, it gets solid, but still flexible. You sit here, it calms down. I have a good friend who has neck issues. He wears it around his neck, and it helps him a lot. So it's the Headache Hat, a very cool little product at theheadachehat.com. Last but not least,
I could have used that.
Okay.
What is this gadget? And I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint. This opens up, and it goes like this. So what do you think this does?
That is for flavored water.
Is it? No, but you're not far.
Kendall?
Okay. Kendall, what do you think?
We got to go quickly, Kendall.
Is it to help mix your drinks?
Is it
No, I'm going to throw the cards over because you have limited time. The way this works, let me just sit down right here. You actually put your cereal in here. You put milk in here. Then when you close it up, you can take your cereal's never soggy. When you drink, the milk comes through, the cereal comes through, it mixes in your mouth, so you have crunchy cereal anytime. It's called the Crunch Cup at thecrunchcup.com, and it does let you have crunchy cereal anytime you want it on the go.
I love it. Steve Greenberg, everybody. By the way, Steve, can you send enough for our entire crew of those headache hats? We need them. You can find Steve his YouTube show at gadgetgameshow.com. Bye, buddy. We'll see you in a couple months.
Take care. Big hug.
We'll be right back, everyone. Stay with us. The headache hat for those meetings.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
The boys of Am House. Well, it is Monday. And that means, Kendall, you ready to see what people have to say this week?
No.
Yeah, it's nice, though. Let's
Kidding.
open up the Jason Show mailbag there, Steve.
You've got mail.
First, a Facebook message from Don in Lake Crystal. Hi, Don. Just wanted to let you know, my wife Joyce and I watch your show almost every day. Did you know, Jason, that you can watch Dallas on the streaming channel IMDb TV? Yeah, she goes, and he said Joyce was enjoying it most of this afternoon. I know, they bought the rights to it, so I think it's most seasons available. And yeah, and it's a division of Amazon. You can also buy the whole series on Apple TV. So I have, yeah.
Of course he knows.
I know, I have it on my iPad. I sometimes watch it as I'm getting ready in here.
I know.
Yeah, you've heard sometimes,
Every day.
yeah, all the time. Whatever, you two. Next, I walked into work this morning and found a big box with my name on it. Sherry in Lake Holcomb, is it Holcomb? Yeah, Wisconsin says, our show puts a smile on her face every morning, and despite some losses over the past year, she is grateful for our show. Well, thank you, sweetie. I really appreciate that. We appreciate that. And she also sent something that she got at an estate sale, speaking of Dallas. Leo, where would you like me, or Steve?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is an album that came out during the heyday of Dallas, and it's so funny. She found this at a estate sale. This, I also got this in December. Our buddy Melissa Peterman found this for me, and it's just really nice. This included, this is a little JR Bank that a viewer. It's very nice that people go to these sales and when they see something of Dallas, they think of me. It really, really does mean a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. So, and Sherry, God bless you, sweetheart. I hope this year gets better for you. Next up, a comment from Maureen. Hi, Maureen. She asks, Jason, do you keep track of the suits that you wear every day? You wear the red one Thursday, blue on Monday, etc. No. Ted was laughing that Tuesday has turned into No Jacket Tuesday. But no. No, I don't really. I mean, like I sometimes do a sweater. I used to do it on Fridays. Now I do it on Mondays.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I don't know. No, I don't keep it. I sometimes try to match you.
Right. Yes, you do that.
Yeah. And depending on what mood I'm in. And then there are certain suits that I have that are better for the winter. They're thicker. And then there are certain suits that they're thinner for the summer.
Makes sense.
Like I have a light brown one that I'll be pulling out soon. Next, a question about Kendall's clothing. Holly says, I saw Kendall on the news earlier and was wondering if she could share where she got her dress for the show today. She always looks beautiful and I love her style. Now, Holly was referring to the maroon sleeveless number.
Yes, I love this dress. Thank you, Holly. That's really nice of you, A. This dress is from my mom, actually, from her closet.
Okay.
It's Ralph Lauren. It's quite old, though. I think she got it back when I was in high school, I want to say. So it's been out for about 15 years. I don't know if you can find it anywhere anymore, but it is a classic, nice, it's just always in style dress.
Can I ask the obvious question that we're all wondering here? Does your mom know that you took that dress out of her closet?
Well, yes. When I started this job, I didn't have enough clothes. And, it takes a while to accumulate a wardrobe. And so she gave me a bunch of things that she said I could temporarily borrow. And 3 years later, I'm still temporarily borrowing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you may want to check the definition of temporary. I think it's permanent now. Next up, Lee. Hi, Lee. She says, the minute Stephanie Hansen came on last week, her cat didn't take her eyes off the TV. Hansen does have that effect on animals.
Who knew?
Yeah. I was walking with Steph a couple days ago, and a mountain lion just came right up to her. Yeah, she's like the Pied Piper of nature. Finally, a viewer named Barbara sent a message about Lars, the lead singer of Yam House. She says, last summer, my cousin and I got paired with Lars and his dad for a round of golf. A truly fun, lovely person and very down to earth. Absolutely, you know this. I've said it countless times whenever they come up in conversation.
Yep.
That's all the guys.
Yep.
Right?
They're just lovely.
That is it. They were raised right.
Yeah, to everyone, not just us.
No.
To everyone.
The crew, everyone, even Leo, even director Leo.
Oh, and he's like, let's talk about curling.
I know, but Leo, a band's coming in. I gotta plug something in.
I'm gonna have to move that thing over there.
Leo, this is every conversation with Leo when a band comes in. Leo, can we do it? I guess.
It's the hands too.
Not even exaggerating. Crew in the booth, am I right? Can we do it, Leo? I mean, I guess.
Yes. What time are they going to be here?
I mean, could they come in 2 days beforehand?
Can they,
You can stay connected with our show on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our handle, Jason Show TV, and our personal accounts as well. Kendall Mark, and just search for my Jason Matheson. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. I'm glad you're here, friends. Well, welcome back to the show. It is time now for the world's shortest segment. Hello. The Oscars red carpet was full of fun fashion last night, but there was one thing missing for one star: a shirt. Timothée Chalamet had people talking after showing up without a shirt. The actor wore a sparkly suit jacket over his bare chest. If I looked like Timothée Chalamet, probably wouldn't wear a shirt either.
YOLO.
Good news, tomorrow, photographer Eric is going to be wearing that outfit. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. I thought he looked nice. Welcome back. Wrapping things up for the Sweater Monday. Don't forget tomorrow's No Jacket Tuesday. It's time for the surprise goodbye. Here we go. Scary moments for people in England, kind of. Look at this. People started freaking out after spotting a tiger sitting under a tree. People were called, and they showed up in specialized gear only to realize it was a stuffed toy. The tiger now has a new home at photographer Eric's house. That's right. Yeah.
Well fed.
Well, yeah. Hey, it does look, in their defense, it looks real.
From far enough away.
It looks, yeah.
I just feel like wouldn't you watch it a little more before you called the police to be like, come pick this up?
You know, there is that. Yeah. Tomorrow on the show, the cooking mom will join us in studio, and she's got some spring brunch ideas. And again, no Jacket Tuesday. That's going to do it for us. If you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.